Welcome to Conversations. My name is Suresh Kochadal. 36 hours after saying there were no issues with drainage, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi has contradicted itself. Now they say there is a problem. That happened at the Rajendra Nagar Rao's Academy, where 3 students died after they were drowned after heavy rain that hit Delhi. The question is, why does the basement flooding happen? That is the question which the Delhi High Court asked. And just 36 hours earlier, it had told the Chief Secretary of Delhi, Naresh Kumar, who incorporated in his report to the Delhi government, that there was no problem with the drainage system in the Bada Bazar area of old Rajendra Nagar, where this incident happened. But now there is a 360-degree turnaround, or maybe even a 160, even a 90-degree turnaround, as you can call it. The question is, if this could happen in one part of the city like Delhi, there would obviously be thousands of such choke points in the drainage in various parts of the capital. If this is the state of affairs in a capital city like Delhi, what would be happening in hundreds of cities and towns across India? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's take the town where I am right now. In the twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad, there's an annual drama called desilting of drains. What is supposed to happen is that the contractors are supposed to desilt the nalas so that the drain water can flow along with the rainwater whenever the monsoons hit. But that's a joke. It never happens. Of course, all that comes with budgets. We will get into specifics later, but now we will look at what the Delhi High Court said about it yesterday. The Delhi High Court said that the city's infrastructure, that's the Delhi city infrastructure, has failed to keep pace with the requirements of citizens. But while dealing with the clutch of petitions, along with the official apathy to the connection of 3 UPSC aspirants, the court asked the civic authorities, you're bankrupt. In Hyderabad, GHMC is bankrupt. You don't even have money to pay salaries. How are you going to improve the infrastructure? You want to have a culture of freebies where you cannot collect taxes. You're not collecting any money, so you're not spending any money. This is what Acting Chief Justice Manmohan and Tushar Rao Gedela said in the court yesterday. It's true, because the Delhi government, as we know, doesn't collect electricity, gives water free. Everything is free. So there's no money. And obviously, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, which is now under the Aam Aadmi Party rule, doesn't have money for anything. The population of Delhi is around 3.3 crore, whereas it was planned for 6 to 7 lakhs. Same thing happens in Hyderabad. It was planned during the Nizam's time, and look what we are right now. One small rain and the roads are flooded. Now this is the problem. There's a major disconnect between what the citizens need and what the municipal authorities give them. You allow 6-7-story buildings to come up, but they don't have drains. They don't have parking. This is a major problem. Even every other city in India has the same issue. The problem is the municipal authorities are not held accountable. But now they need to. The misuse of cellar space, for example, even in Hyderabad and Secunderabad, is rampant. From hostels to generators to even, shops like the Chennai Trade Center that was quoted in the newspaper the other day. We have everything in the basement. That is true. Even retail stores. That is there. Food courts. 1 cylinder blast and that entire building will be up in flames. We saw what happened in the Kumbakonam disaster in Tamil Nadu, where 80 children, I think, were killed in that disaster. It happened because of a cooking gas blast at the basement of the building. Every other commercial complex in Hyderabad has something on top, residential or schools or otherwise. You take Amirpet, Panjagutta, Begum Bazar, Park Lane, Ashok, any of the areas in the city, including Himayat Nagar and even Madhapur, the situation is same everywhere. All the basements have been converted into business zones. Vehicles supposed to be parking in those spaces are left outside, leading to total traffic chaos. One visit to the Park Lane will convince you that we are in a mess. Even Abbott's is no better. Of course, none of these buildings are checked for any fire or safety regulations. If any fire catches CTC, that's the Chennai Trade Center, you can be rest assured that hundreds of people will die. That is why good. They have no fire escape. There's only 2 staircases, so 1 staircase per block of it, and people will just crowd in and out. Now, the question is, what is Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation doing? This is the question. How are they allowing this? Shouldn't they be held criminally responsible for all this? How are retail stores, car showrooms, two-wheelers, everything jostling for space? I mean, sometimes, when we actually travel to any of these basement shops, you feel suffocated. And that's the main thing. Now imagine a fire and there's smoke. Most people don't die because of fire. We all know that. They die because of inhalation of smoke. Where is the fire escape? There is no fire escape. People will die in stampede trying to get out of the place in the first place. Then take the hostels. Many hostels in that, what I call the United States of Ameerpet, are all located in basements or chock-a-block with no fire escape at all. Forget fire escape, they don't have the basic safety stuff. This is what happens when a fire catches, and you look at even something like Nagarjuna Nagar or SR Nagar, which is not far from Ameerpet. They all have a similar picture. The children staying there, the students staying there are at mercy. They are at sheer luck. If something happens, then they are gone, finished. This is what happened in Delhi. We might say, what is it? Because the demand is so high. The commercial areas, every bit of space, every square inch of space is used. Cellar or no cellar, even rooftops are used. Every building has violation by the dozen. But then GHMC does nothing. Wonder what the mayor is doing? They all should be held criminally responsible. Because the coaching centers are very close to these hostels, most of the students stay there. We see that even in Dilshuk Nagar area and other places, even in Ameerpet. And definitely these monthly charges in this hostel range between about 6 to 8 to 9,000 rupees. And the students are most of the time in the classroom, they just want a place to sleep. So they are paying for it, they get the food in many cases. Now the question is also very sure that how is that we find even sometimes security sitting in the basement of the building. You go there, you enter your details, and then you are allowed to go up. That is what it is. The administration office is located in the basement sometimes. And this is it. There is only one fire extinguisher or something on the campus. We all see that fire extinguishers, God knows when it was last checked. And this is dangerous because there are many electricity installations near this in the basement. When the rain comes, it first goes to the basement, and we've seen that earlier happening in Hyderabad. Of course, one doesn't need to talk about things like Begum Bazar, where even you'll wonder where the road starts and where the building ends. No idea about it. This is why I'm saying that we should have tough rules. It cannot be just because something happened in Delhi that we will have a knee-jerk reaction in Hyderabad. It just doesn't work that way. Rules are rules meant to be followed. And if that doesn't happen, people will die. And when they die, there will be something that happens as we saw in the Swapnalok complex case. After that, everybody is forgotten. The building still doesn't have any fire extinguishers in a proper way or even a fire escape. In fact, I just don't blame Swapnalok. It is one of the oldest buildings in the Secunderabad area. But what about other areas, other parts of the city? Why do people, these building owners and even the people who rent them and keep them to the students, take their lives for granted? There should be accountability, and it should start with the municipal authorities, the fire department, and just about everybody who's supposed to be certifying these places. No fire drills are held. Nobody's told where the fire escapes are. Even the students don't know where it is. It's time that the government of Telangana, the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, the fire department, and just about anybody associated with safety and protocols to take a call. And it has to start today, right now. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.